My goal is always to give you guys tools and nuggets and self-development access, because nobody, if you look at your life, look at your schooling, look at your upbringing, look at your parents and society, nobody, and I'm talking like almost nobody, because there's that tiny percentage of society that is into self-development and positive thinking, and you can have anything you want, and you can create, and you can manifest. So outside of those few individuals, most of us were brought up with not understanding that we can grow, that we are capable of anything and everything, that we can do anything. Can you guys imagine if you were raised in a household where you were taught from early on that you can do anything that this thing allows? Whatever you think of and believe in, you can achieve. Can you imagine that shit? Like where you would be today? Anyway, so we weren't. None of us were. I don't think any of us were. But the beautiful part about understanding that we are capable of anything and everything is we have a chance at whatever age you're at to do something about it. And knowing that this whole life is nothing but vibration, energy, it's just an open field of whatever you want to get from it, then that means that whatever you're thinking about, these thoughts are based on your beliefs, that means you can have and create anything the fuck you want. But who taught us that? Nobody, and that's why we're doing this, for me to tell you guys that you can do anything. You're so fucking powerful. It's amazing. So you're thinking, man, but it's hard and it's difficult. And, how do you escape this thing that's always just going and booming and it's controlling my everyday existence? How do you do it? It takes time, just like you built it up to where it controls your life today, and you have anxiety and you have depression and you're sad, you have stress and work and boss and all the drama up here. Just the way you built that habit, we can now undo that by building a new habit. Anyway, so you guys know the rules now. I'm here to serve. My goal, again, is to give you guys tools and nuggets to change your life. Don't depend on anyone and don't blame anyone. The biggest thing that I love to share with people is that it's all about you. It's all about what you believe, and it's all about your blueprint in the subconscious mind. And I do this because this is the subconscious mind. God is in here, the creator, the universe, the fourth chakra. Why do you have pictures of Jesus Christ with a heart outside of his chest? Why? Well, because that is the separation between what as above, so below. The fourth chakra is the center chakra. You got 7, 6, 5, then you got number 4, then you got 3, 2, 1 going down to the number 1 that's right there in the growing area. So my point is, this is everything. This is everything we have. So we all do life from a place called a blueprint. Everything that you believe in is stored in this little database. So you're like, but I keep repeating the same shit and I have drama in my life and it's heavy and I don't have enough money and I have more month left at the end of the paycheck and all these problems. The relationship is not good. I'm addicted. I have all this shit. It's all based on a fucking blueprint, damn it. You want to have a different outcome, different tomorrow, different future, change the fucking blueprint. So if you've ever built a house or been a part of building a house, I'm sure you've seen what's called a blueprint. You open up the blueprint, it's like, oh, where did we put the foundation? Right here. The blueprint tells you exactly how the house is going to look, the shape it's going to have, the style it's going to display. The blueprint is everything. Nobody starts building a house without a blueprint. So how are you building your house, and what is your blueprint all about? So August 8, 9, 10, we have a boot camp coming up. It's going to be in Southern California. My goal is to have it very close to the beach, to sand, so we can put our feet in the sand, so we can do a few exercises on the sand. Did I mention sand? I'm going to have sand. So Tammy and I are working hard to make this thing happen. We're close to having a space that's going to be fucking magical. Anyway, so 8, 9, 10 August. If you have not yet jumped in, you have not got your questions answered, it's time, because we're 7 weeks away and this is the moment to get the fuck in to change your life. It's 3 days of magic. The reason I'm bringing it up now is because I'm discussing the blueprint. Day 1 is going to be all about the blueprint. We're going to find what the fuck is inside of you, and we're going to find exactly what's controlling your life, so why you're having the outcomes you're having today. Because you're like, I'm done with this behavior, I'm done with this shit, I want it to stop. Well, you would have to stop. this. So point is August 8, 9, 10 boot camp. Go to badasseryfactory.com/boot camp. All the information is there. If you have questions, please hit me up. Okay, so rules are rules. Who's got the first question? Let's go. I'll tell you guys about this little realization, not realization, but you know, as you guys self-develop, I self-develop every fucking day of my life. I don't stop. I'm always studying, doing audiobook, reading. There's always something entering my my state. I'm always working on me. That never stops. Literally never stops. Even at night, I'll play stuff so I can subliminally be changed and be altered and have my subconscious mind take on new. Because, fuck, I mean, I've already done the past, right? It's like, okay, cool, that was great, done, check mark. But I want more. There's so much in this fucking life, right? Like, there's no limit to how much we can grow. There's no limit to how much I can believe and I can achieve. It's literally the whole field, the universe is wide open. So it's a matter of what I believe I can have. It's a matter of what I believe I can get and what I deserve. So my point is I'm always self-developing. So, and you guys should fucking do the same. You better every single day get Audible, even though it's owned by Amazon, but get Audible and just pound yourself with new information. Go to YouTube and listen to from Tony Robbins to Joe Dispenza to Greg Braden to my God, Eckhart Tolle. And I mean, there's so many wonderful, phenomenal theories out there, but they're all about the same thing. It's just you becoming your power. And if something takes away your power, like religion, then you got to question that religion. And I'm not telling you don't be religious or don't follow that God or don't follow that Bible or don't follow. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying if that thing takes your power away that God gave you, you might want to question that fucking thing that's taking your power away, because you are perfect and you're fucking amazing. So Annie's saying you let another human being take your power away, never again. Yeah. And you're correct to say that you let that person, because it's up to you to give, right? Nobody has control over you unless you give it. So well stated that you're not blaming. Once you start blaming, you become the fucking victim. When you go into victim vibration, it's such hell. There's so much pain that comes with victimhood, because all you're doing is blame. Look what they're doing to me. It's, you know, that man, that woman, that's society, the government, the economy. It's, because I don't have enough money because blah, 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 right? So we make all these fucking excuses. And what that does, every time we have an excuse and we blame, it releases poison into the body. We become addicted to that poison and say we want more, because now it gives us fucking significance to feel in that way. And the government is horrible because, and it just fills the body. And then we get into our groups and we go talk to our friends and we say the same stuff. And here's the fucking problem. If your friends match your drama, and they always will, you have a problem. You want to get away from those friends so you can change your life. So point is to this thing. So we all have situations. We all have things that happen, right? I call them situations because everything in this world that happens is just a situation. But then this fucker kicks in and says, oh, God, are you kidding me? That's not a situation. That is a horrible problem. It's a catastrophe. It's a disaster, right? That's what, you know, oh my God, fuck, you know, but if you back up the emotion, what is it really? It's just a thing that happened. It becomes something when we give it meaning. So as soon as we give something meaning that we create a story around that situation, all of a sudden emotion kicks in, and guess who's hooked on phonics? I am. So that happens. Number one, the goal is to stop giving situations emotions and stop judging. I mean, the biggest book in the world that everybody believes in, the Bible, it says, don't fucking judge. And you're like, I'm judging because, you know, that's what I do and it feels good to judge. Well, stop fucking judging, because the thing you follow is telling you not to, but you still do it. So why the fuck would you follow it or do it? Pick one. So number one, stop reacting. Stop reacting to shit. Reaction is all emotion. Response doesn't require emotion, and that's where we have our power. So when we are powerful, we simply respond without giving something a meaning, a story, emotion. So when we're in power, we have the control to do whatever we want with that thing. It's just a situation. I got it. I'll take care of it. We go to what's called what? Solution. If we go into emotion, drama, reaction, we're now fucked, because there's no solution in drama. There's no solution in it's a catastrophe, it's horrible. There's no solution in that, because it's always somebody else's fault. But if I'm here, if I'm inside of power and I'm inside of God, fourth chakra, subconscious mind, I got this. I'll take care of it. Because equal and opposite sides. One cannot exist without the other. So the problem cannot exist without its equal and opposite side, called the solution. The solution would never have been there if there wasn't for the problem. So you're like, holy shit. So I need problems to have solutions, and this solution only came because of a problem. And I'm like, ding, ding, ding. Fuck yeah, that's exactly correct. So watch what happens. Look back on your life and pick a situation. Pick the most monstrous thing that you think you've been through, and oh my God, it was horrible and evil and blah, 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 blah. Pick it right now. So you got it. So now we're going to move forward and say, hey, most of you can give me a list really quickly as to why that thing was horrible. Maybe you were raped. Maybe you were cheated on. Maybe you were somebody stole money. Maybe you failed at a business. Maybe what the fuck ever. But the story you built was that, oh, woe with me, horrible. Now, so I know you can give me a long list of all the reasons why it was a problem. But now I'm going to say, hey, do you believe because of that situation or from that situation, some positive came out of it? Did you learn something? Well, yeah, a little bit. Okay, cool. Did you change in any way? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, cool. Did it change the way you do business? Yeah, okay, yes, a little bit. Okay, great. Did it change the way you look at life? Yeah, a little bit. Does it change your relationships? Did it change in any way of how you feel about you? Did it give you more security, for example, in whatever that thing was? Do you feel that it maybe allowed you to learn, but also be more cautious and not jump in so quick? Yes. Okay, cool. So if we now go on the positive route, and I have this exercise and it's fucking beautiful, but I'll get people to over 100 positives from the most horrible fucking experience ever. So what happens is this, it's called stacking. So this horrible experience, it's this little thing right here, and it's, it's monstrous, but it's here. And what we do now is we start stacking on top, all these positives, and all of a sudden it's like, holy shit. Two things happen, actually three, but two. The first thing that happens is this, like, oh shit, oh my God, I have changed so much. I am so amazing today because of that thing. So as soon as we realize that we got all this, or all of this is possible because of that, number one, holy shit, amazing. This positive is so much bigger than that huge monster that used to be big. So all of a sudden we gave new size and new power and new story to the positive, and the negative is diminishing. Number two, guess what happens now? We are realizing that this positive could not have happened without that negative. Ooh. So all of a sudden, because remember, we get from life what we are. We get from life where we vibrate. Our level of consciousness is what we are getting at this moment, which means that because two pieces of matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time, and I keep pounding this into you guys because I really, really, really one day hope you understand and start doing this stuff. Two pieces of matter cannot occupy the same space at the same time, which means you cannot hold a positive and a negative thought at the same fucking time. You cannot hold a positive and a negative emotion at the same time, which means what? It's one of the two, which means what? That it's fucking choice. It's up to you to be happy. It's up to you to be sad. It's up to you to say, I'm a piece of shit. I fucked up. I screwed up. I'm a blah. I should have done different. And it's also up to you to say, wow, I am fucking amazing because God made me in his image. Ha, shit. Just stop right there. Hello. I mean, obviously God was good looking because he made this, and right. The positives can go on. It's choice as to what I think. And therefore, my thoughts affect my body. There's a very simple saying, if it feels good, keep doing it. If it feels bad, stop it. If it feels good, keep doing it. If it feels bad, stop it. I'm going to go back to my point. So if this positive only happened because this negative took place, and we're saying it's negative because we created a monster out of it, but it was just a situation way back when. So this positive phenomenon happened because of this situation back when. So that means this would not have happened without this. So if this amazing positivity happened because of that, and one could not exist without the other, aren't they each part of the same whole? So the answer is yes, they're part of the same whole, yin yang, light dark, etc. So if that's the case, and you got all this phenomenal shit because of that situation, at what point do you say, holy shit, thank you, God, universe, vibration, energy, me, great job. When do you go into fucking gratitude? Because here's what happens. As soon as you go into gratitude, thank you, whatever, for that Rolls Royce, for that relationship, for that happiness, for that healing, for that health. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Then what's going to happen next is you're going to go back and say, holy shit, if I'm grateful for this, then I have to be grateful for that as well, because this wouldn't have been without this. And since they are one and the same, these two halves are part of the same fucking whole, then that means I'm grateful for the whole fucking thing. And as soon as you are grateful for that experience from the past, guess what? Poof, gone, disappear. There's no more pain. Just like that. What is your best manifestation that you like to use, or top three? Thank you, Annie. I don't know about top three manifestation. Manifestation is manifestation. Figure out what the fuck you want and then obsess over it. That's it. There's really only one. So what that means is, I've talked about this before, but just this beautiful ether, this empty space, this vastness of nothingness is full of everything. It's all vibration. And when I say it's all vibration, it's like, well, where are your thoughts? Can you go to, it's like, go to shelf number 4 and get me thought number 5. Well, it doesn't exist because we don't even know where the fuck thoughts are. What are they? So what they are is, because we've been able to calibrate thoughts, they're vibration. And this vibration that we are creating, because every single thought is a creation, please, and this is right here, this is it. This is the fucking magic. Because we have been taught this thing of manifestation. We want to manifest, right? But it's innate. We were disconnected from our power, obviously through religion and society. And we're not going to get into that, but we've been disconnected from our power, because as soon as we don't have power, then we need the church, we need those things, those people. We got to give money to those things in order for us to have a little bit of power. Please, Lord, helpeth thy, right? I'm not saying not to pray. I'm just talking shit. So manifestation is very, very simple. Since everything is vibration and we have access to this field, and this field contains everything, because what we're told is that we're blessed according to his riches. So we have access in this field to anything. That's why the human brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's not, because this consciousness doesn't know the difference between the ether space and the physical state. It doesn't know. So whether I truly bite in the fucking wedge of lemon or just imagine it, guess what? I'm going to have the same fucking reaction. Why? So we're talking about creating the images and the thoughts and the belief around the things that you want. So for example, number one, get very, very clear as to what it is you want to manifest. And this is right here, by far, this is the biggest flaw and the biggest problem that I see in all people looking at fucking manifest. It doesn't work. It does fucking work, because all this shit you're focused on, all of your problems, not having enough money, don't have the right car, you're fat, you're too skinny, your boobs are sagging, your ass is sagging, you have too small of a whatever, all these things that play and these images that you get, guess what? They're going to keep showing up until what? Until you change them. So we're always manifesting. We're always getting from the field exactly what we're requesting. We get what we are. And what you are your thoughts and your images that are based on your fucking beliefs. That's it. So you're saying, how do I manifest? Get very, very clear as to what it is you want. People do not understand the power of getting clear. You're very clear around your emotions when you fucking eat that double cheeseburger and the fries and you stuff your face. Very clear. Very clear, because it satisfies this thing. But now you're looking to do something new. I want the Lamborghini. I want the big house. I want $1 million. I want a better husband. I want a better wife. I want a six-pack. I want to drop 50 pounds. Whatever. This is new. Holy shit. So now the doubt's kicking. Oh, can I really do it? Is it for me? Yeah, I was told by my family that I shouldn't start that business because I'm not made for business. That's only for the rich people. So all these things start playing. Motherfucker, shit. Ouch. My point to you is blinders on. So point is, if there's like the top one or top, it's all one. It's all one and the same. Get very, very clear. I'm talking, when I say clear, get fucking clear. So, for example, when I say clear, you got to see this thing and believe in it so fucking hard that just like the lemon, your body reacts. So if it's the Lambo you want and you start seeing it now, you start driving it and you smell the leather and top is down and, wind is blowing and you're, shifting through the gears because, of course, you got F1 paddles and the music is cranking, figure out what song you want, create that fucking emotion and you're going 70, 80 down the road and whatever that means to you, but start feeling it. And here's why. You guys heard of the Blue Angels? They do the air, they're the Navy pilots and they do those air shows and stunts. Do you know where their training happens? You think their training happens in the fucking air? It doesn't. It happens in a classroom around a fucking table, and their leader, their commander, whatever the guy is, literally takes them through their whole flight sequence visually. He literally tells them, okay, now you're doing click, click. Now you're going left 2 degrees. Now you're pulling back on blah, blah, blah. Number 4 does this. Number 5 does that. And he takes them through this visual, I don't know how many times before they ever get up into the air to work that sequence. So it's all here first, and then it becomes physical, and it's identical. Olympic athletes and Olympic coaches, they do the same shit. The good ones, the Olympic coaches do the same with their clients. They literally take them through here first. You got to see the win. You don't become a millionaire. You don't have a lot of money. You don't have the thing that you want until you believe. You got to have it here first. So how do you manifest? Get very fucking clear. Believe that you already have it, and in here, start enjoying it. Give it fucking emotion. Just like you give the fears emotion, right? Anxiety of the future. Oh my God, doom and gloom. What is the government doing? Oh, this fear kicks in. Guess what? You're creating every single moment. So my point is, get very clear as to what it is you want. Put blinders on and go to work. Great question. Thank you. That was beautiful. Do you ever use mind mapping? All the fucking time. I love mind mapping. It actually, for me, mind mapping works so well. So for example, like the boot camp coming up, I will mind map the whole process. Every single day will be a mind map because for me, it's about the journey that the clients, the people, the group that they go through. So I will mind map literally every single emotional state that I want to take them to or through, and what exercise, what thing happens here. So yeah, so I use mind mapping literally at everything. When I built the website, this new website, it was all mind mapped. Literally everything I do, I want to say everything I do, yeah, a lot. I mean, 80% of the shit that I do is inside of a mind map. I have a bunch of inventions. It's all mind map. Anyway, so yeah, great question. Love. And for me, for my personality, I need mind maps because I'm so all over the place, not like scattered, but I'm always creating and always thinking. So for me to be able to organize in a fashion that works for this thing, God bless America. So things don't plateau. We plateau. Why do we plateau? Because we stopped doing the things that fucking worked. Beth? Yes, this is a beat up session, damn it. So it's very simple. When we stop doing the things that work because of whatever reason, we get off track. So all of a sudden it's like, well, fuck, it doesn't work anymore. We plateaued. My weight plateaued. Well, for example, in my journey of this carnivore diet, I've had like great runs where I'll drop like 5, 6, 7 pounds fast and all of a sudden plateau. It's like, fuck, shit, damn it. Frustration kicks in. Why? And then I realized that I stopped doing the things that worked during my 5, 6, 7 pounds droppage. So I went back to that and fucking worked again. So it's never things. And so Beth and I had a conversation today and we talked about exactly this, how things don't just fucking happen. Things don't happen. Our actions bring reactions. Please take responsibility for this. You attract and you create into your life, your universe, everything. Nothing is by chance. Oh, well, my father beat me. Okay, why? So we can go back and back and back and back, and there are ways to take responsibility and to figure it out. So my point is, there's no chance, there's no luck. Look at all the lucky people in the world. Didn't they fucking prepare for that thing that they were lucky for like a long fucking time? Yeah. It's preparation meets opportunity. That's luck. Anyway, so things don't plateau. We fucking plateau because we changed something that was working. So go back to what the fuck was working and you're going to stop plateauing. Janet, you're asking about, I'm not sure if it's EQ. I've seen some holistic doctors. So there's so many emotional therapies and holistic approaches to emotional release. And I'll say this because I've worked with people for many, many, many years on different levels and with different things. And, you know, there's tapping, there's many, many ways that people claim to be able to release stuck emotions. I have never, and I'm not saying it doesn't work. So just like I'm saying, hey, you believe in that religion, God bless you, keep going. I won't tell you to stop doing something unless it's not working for you. I've never seen this emotional release concept work on the physical plane. You got to do the fucking work. That's it. It's inside of you. So, you know, it's like going to lipo to lose weight. Well, you're not losing weight if you go to lipo. They're just tying your fucking tube so you eat less. So which really means that you're still the one losing the fucking weight. You could have just done it before, just eat fucking less, but you had no control. Why? Because your emotional state every time you eat was fucked. So you ate not because you're hungry, you ate because you're angry, pissed, hurt, whatever. So the emotional state, did that really change? No. So point is, it's the same idea with emotions, shit that we store, meaning in the subconscious mind, because it's all there. This is our beautiful, beautiful storage place. It's our database. Everything's in there. So how to get in and clean house? Not hard. It's simple. So simple. So simple. Anyway, great stuff. But emotional EQ, emotional quotient, just like IQ, intelligent quotient, and, you know, there's financial, FQ, blah, blah. The idea is to be financially, I'm on the fucking money side. How quickly I go there. Focus, people. Focus, damn it. So the emotional quotient, it's really all about your emotional intelligence, and it's your emotional maturity. Are you emotionally intelligent? Are you a secure person that does not react easily, that is not triggered easily? Are you a person that is somewhat level in the emotional field? Not that you're not going to have this thing like, fuck, damn it, shit, son of a, you're gonna. The question is, how long do you stay there? I have my fucking moments probably 10, 50 times a day. I don't know, but it's like, okay, got it, cool, got to move on. That motherfucker cut me off. What a piece of, take it back. I literally apologize to people like, if I throw people negative energy out of just reaction, I actually go back and apologize. Anyway, Janet, you're welcome. I asked a question after your show ended last week, and you suggested I bring it up. Yes, I don't remember the exact question, but it involved how I can help myself be a badass and in turn help my husband and 4 teenage sons to be a badass. Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah. So it's all about who... And it's a great segue because it's all about our emotional intelligence. It's all about who we are at every single moment of the day. And what is a badass, right? Let's break that down. A badass is someone that is emotionally intelligent. It's somebody that's just balanced. It's somebody that does not get triggered. It's somebody that does not get dramatic. It's somebody that is even keel. That's a badass. That's somebody that's happy and free. And the idea is to get to a place called zero fucks. When we get triggered, we give a fuck. When we get hooked on phonics in the dramatic situation, we give a fuck. The goal is to look at life and look at situations and look at your business and look at your family and not react. And it's called zero fucks because you care, but you're not going to get emotionally involved to create drama. So that's a badass. A badass is somebody that's just happy and free. That's it. That's a badass. So the question is how to get there. The question is simple, and the answer is simple. It's simply doing the daily work to create new habits. So today, for example, Janet, for example, if you and I were working together, coach, client, etc., so I would want to figure out what's happening, what's going on in your world, in your life, etc. Like, where is the emotional code, the emotional quotient currently? What are we working with? What do we have to deal with? And where's the family at? And where do you guys want to be? Do you want to be freaking happy and free? Awesome. So if you want to be happy and free, what does that look like to you? We'll paint the picture. Okay, cool. So now we have somewhere to go. Remember I said you got to be very clear as to what you want. You got to paint that picture so fucking clear. You got to know exactly what you want, what it's going to look like, what it's going to feel like, what you're going to do, how you're going to be changed, what you're going to look like over there. You're going to travel more, whatever. We're going to get very specific. And then we say, well, shit, now we got to go from here to there. Okay, here's how we get from here to there. And then we put programs in place, little exercises, etc., coaching, etc., that would now get you on track to create new habits, because everything that's happening in your life today, Janet, are habits. These are habits in all of us, all literally, including me. We do what's subconscious. We're just these fucking robots every single day doing this thing. And that's why I self-develop every single day, because I want to change. I want new. I want better, because look around. Everything is possible. If anybody ever tells you that everything is not possible, get the fuck away from those people. Get away from that group. Get away from that church. Get away from that synagogue. I don't give a shit who they are. If they're telling you you're not as powerful as God, because God is in you, you're made in his image, for the love of God. See what I did there? Full circle. Yeah, get away from them. Very simple. So it's all about habits. You want to replace. You cannot ever get rid of habits. You can replace. So you look at the habits today, Janet. You look at your family and everything that you guys do today as a habitual, animalistic, robotic behavior. And that right there is what's called unconscious behavior. So when you make positivity, happiness, zero fucks, abundance, love, respect, honor, unconscious behavior, how's life going to change? Badass. Until you guys come up with that question, I'll sort of wrap up with this. A lot of what I'm working with people today on, clients, etc., is there's a lot of uncertainty in the world. And uncertainty makes us do some crazy fucking shit. Uncertainty gives us this, it kills our foundation. It shakes up our world. Because the ego mind likes to be certain, steady job, steady house, steady family, steady. Everything has to be safe and secure and inside of a nice little safe box and pretty and a little bow on top. That's certainty, right? Because we got to feel safe. But with what's happening in the world, what's happening in the last 2 years, guess what? We're now uncertain. A lot of people are feeling uncertain. So with that comes a lot of emotional shit, fear, right? Let's cut the crap. But I want to give you guys this, as you're out there talking to people, as you're helping family through some of the hard times, as you're talking to people that have got the juice thing in the arm, because I can't use the word, and they may have health issues from that or cannot have conversations around it. Again, fear. What I want to get to everybody is the concept of what we talked about earlier. So look, there's a problem, right? Because we called it a problem. It's, it's uncertain, doom and gloom, the world is over, the government, the this, the that, big pharma, whatever. But it's just a situation until I give it meaning, create a story around it, and all of a sudden becomes this huge monster called, the government wants to take our guns, for example. Like, that's the latest shit. And they do. like that's not a story, they actually do. The message I want to give everybody is to do the exercise that we did earlier. Hey, out of all this motherfucker, this horrible thing, this monster situation, are there any positives? And this is now where I encourage everybody to really start searching, because as long as you're focused on the problem, guess what you're going to get more of? The problem. That's right, more problems. Learning to focus on positive, learning to create what you want in your universe is up to you. So focus like, hey, 2 years lockdown, bullshit, COVID, fake, whatever, great. In that 2 years, how have you become better? So literally start making a list of all the things that you've gained in the last 2 years. Maybe you've gained, maybe you've watched more self-development videos. Maybe you learned how to dance. Maybe you took up a new hobby. Maybe you got closer with a spouse. I don't know, but start focusing on the positivity. So what's positive in what's happening in the world today? What could be positive? What could come from this situation? Freedom, maybe the golden age, maybe 1,000 years of peace, maybe all the bad people going away eventually. I mean, it could be all sorts of fun stuff, gold-backed currency. And I mean, it could be, wow, right? It could be amazing. What if you could be wealthy one day? Holy shit. What? Me? Is it possible? So I really want to send that out there because we're too fucking eaten up by the negative shit that they program society with. And you guys are badass motherfuckers. So what I'm telling you is do the opposite. Whatever the government tells you to do the opposite. Very simple. Very simple. So I Am 111 is a meditation that I came up with a couple of years ago. And this meditation goes like this. You want to make a list of 111 items that you want to see in your life. And they literally go like I am, because I am are the two most powerful words in the universe, right? Because you're speaking something over your life. And going for the I am amazing, I am sexy, I am beautiful, I am abundant, whatever those 111 items are, there's a lot of energy in one. The number one represents water. We are now in the age of Aquarius, which is water. So triple water is very, very powerful. So completing 111 of these, for example, every single morning before your feet touch the ground, you are just now programming your being to go in a certain direction for the day. Typically, what do we do when we wake up? This motherfucker starts going, I got to do this, and the boss and the kids, and I got to drop this off, and the plumber's coming. I got to go cheat on my spouse. I got to do this. I got to, oh my God, all this chaos, damn it. Get on the phone, see who texted me. And where the fuck do you think your day is going to go when you start off like that? Exactly there. It's like, why do I keep getting the same shit? Why do I have the same problems over and over and over again? Damn it. This is fucking, and we start blaming. It's the economy, it's the government, it's the neighbor, it's the... Not really understanding that you create with your every thought and with your every word, you are creating your life. There's that. So I Am 111 is literally a list of 111 items that you start brainwashing yourself with. And eventually you're going to start giving them power, because when you say I am sexy, after you say it 100 times, 500 times, 1,000 times, guess what? The DNA gets rewritten and the subconscious mind says, oh shit, this fucker's serious. I am sexy. And then you start feeling it. Fuck yeah, I'm sexy. And then one day you drop a pound and that dress feels better. The high heels look just a little bit better. And you're like, holy shit, this thing works. Wow. And all you did is like, I am sexy 1,000 times. So there are two ways to change the subconscious mind from unconscious behavior, negative, to just literally any other unconscious behavior. It's through repetition or hypnotherapy. So when we go into hypnosis, we go into theta mode, and that's where the brain goes into flatline, and that's when we are able to go into the subconscious mind and change whatever the fuck we want. That's why hypnotherapy is amazing. Questioning the religion in which I was raised, but searching for more because I need to fill the void that I am distancing myself from. Trying to research and learn more, but the more I learn, the more distant I feel. Welcome to my world, Maria. Yeah, so here's what happens. We're currently going through what's called the Great Awakening. And this Great Awakening is called the Great Awakening because we are simply just waking up to the bullshit. The reason you're finding bullshit in the religion world is because a lot of it is bullshit. And you look through history now and see who did what. So for example, like I was brought up in Catholicism. And look, if you're Catholic, take this for what it is. Keep believing in what you want. My opinion, you're on my little show here, just my opinion. You don't have to agree, but here's what happens. So technically, 2,000 years ago, Jesus Christ was here, right? He died at the age of 33. The human body has 33 vertebrae. The highest rank number in Freemasonry is 33. I can go on and on and on about 33. This happened to be roughly 2,000 years ago because the calendar is a little bit skewed. What we do know is that every single age is 2,160 years, which means that we went from the age of Pisces into the age of Aquarius. Just literally this last 2 years ago. 2 years ago, almost 2 years ago, we went into the age of Aquarius. So an age is 2,160 years. Jesus Christ was roughly there. So they say, And here's my thing for my questioning, because I've been at this a long time, and I'm not saying I'm right, but I'm just saying here are my questions. Today, there's no evidence or proof of Jesus Christ being on planet. And people are like, blasphemy, how dare you? And I'm like, prove me wrong. And it's like, oh, you can't. But you're just going to get huffy and puffy because how dare I question? And I'm okay questioning because God gave me this ability to fucking question. So hence the Great Awakening. And the reason the more you dig, the more bullshit you're going to find. It's a good thing because what's going to happen is you're going to find that God is inside of you and we are made in the image of God, which means that we are. And it's really simple. They took our power away. They separated us from God. This last 2160, if you will, what was the Christian symbol? The fucking fish. Why was it the fucking fish? Well, because we're in the age of Pisces and they tell us everything the way it is. But let's go further. So the Bible was formed when? Oh, in 325 AD? Oh, you mean 325 years after, when there were no computers, no keeping track of shit. Oh, and then they burned down the library at Alexandria and they got rid of everything there was. And but now let's create the Bible because now we have the right shit. Let's put it together. Oh, okay, got it. Who put it together? Oh, Constantine. Oh, got it. Who was a full pagan. So then what is the Bible? Let's go forward. Today we have King James version of the Bible. Who the fuck was King James? Because I thought, from what I was told, like the Bible cannot be altered. How the fuck did King James get his own version? Damn it. Who was he? Oh, I'll tell you who he was. He was a full Satanist, 33-degree Mason, and he made his own Bible. What did he tweak? What did he take out? You know what we know today? And this is for me, what I'm learning, is that I know nothing. And it keeps me in a state of search, and it keeps me in a state of gratitude for God. There's a God. There has to be a creator. I'm not stupid to think that I'm here because two rocks collided. I'm conscious. There's a phenomenal being, an intelligent being that created all of this, and that's beautiful. All the other bullshit is just bullshit. So great point, great creator, great point. And here's the thing. I'm not telling you guys what to believe. Don't take my shit like, oh my God, Andre said. This is my research. It's my reality. I'm opening up to you guys. I'm being vulnerable because I really don't talk about my religious beliefs, because when I say that, hey, like, there's no proof Christ was here, people freak out. So I'm very cautious as to where I have these conversations, with whom, etc. And then there's so many more things in the Bible, like why didn't Jesus Christ in the Bible? So the whole Bible, the New Testament, is all based on Christianity. So all these, billions of Christians alive today follow this book where the main character, Jesus Christ, never says, I'm the Son of God, but all they believe is that he is the Son of God. But it doesn't say that anywhere. He never claims that he's the Son of Man. What does that mean? How is he the Son of Man, the light of the world? So are we talking about that sun up in the sky? I don't know. But it sure seems like the 12 apostles are the 12 zodiac signs. So is the Bible nothing but an astrological story? I don't know, but this is the shit that we're finding. So see what you started. Damn it. Yeah, we're brainwashed. But this is the beauty of waking up. I mean, for me, I really, really love this journey, because what's the only thing that sets us free? Truth. So as long as they keep us in false, untruth, not truth, guess what? You're not free. So it's all by design, like flat Earth. If anybody wants to talk about that, we can. Janet, one more thing. Are there good Masons and bad Masons? I heard that our founding fathers were good Masons. Fuck, no, there's no good 33-degree Mason. That's it. They're all pieces of shit. They only serve one entity, and it's called evil. That's it. Jesus was here less than a year ago. Bible was heavily modified. Real Jerusalem was on Bosphorus and so on. This could go for hours of talking. Correct. Yeah, it's the deepest conversation. But see, even George, like you're saying, Jesus was here a year ago. What proof do we have? Because to this day, there's no proof. I haven't seen any proof. You haven't seen any proof. But we believe certain things. So then why do we believe these things that there's no proof? And the concept of faith, here's a big fucking thing that got me whenever I had this realization. Faith. What is faith? Faith is believing in the unseen. Well, if we have faith, then this is what religion taught us, right? You just got to have faith. Faith will get you through it. You just got to believe that there will be a God, that there will be an afterlife, that there is a God. You got to have faith that Jesus was here and he died for your sins. And I'm like, all right, cool. But that means that in order for me to have faith, faith really means lack of facts. We'll leave it at that. Anyway. So yes, we can go we can go deeper and deep and long. So love you guys. Thank you for hanging out today. I'll see you next Thursday, and I will be here next Thursday. Next Thursday I'll see you guys here. And love you guys. Kick ass, stay strong, and see you guys at the boot camp.